We're gonna play just a little bit. So. Always feeding the boy.
I didn't come here for Shoko today.
Again, it's so weird to see him after we just saw his head. We literally just saw his head. Nice. Here he is.
I didn't come here for Iris either. Instead, I'm here for a girl who looks like Iris.
I don't know if we're gonna do another Somnium. It's so...
Did you kill her?
Date, look.
I knew it.
But he was a congressman.
You killed her, didn't you?
It's not supposed to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've had enough of your shit, Congressman! You wanted to check on the body of the girl you killed. That's why you were at the cold storage warehouse 2 days ago. Where is Renju Okiura? You know where he is, don't you? You were at an Okiura fishery warehouse for a reason. There's definitely a connection between you two. And that's not all. Number 89 called your secretary. Now tell me, where is Renju?
Suddenly, a king of bodyguards stormed out of the mansion. In an instant, they surrounded me.
We'd like to ask you to please leave.
You guys weren't so tough the first time. Biggie again. What do we need Mizuki? That went well.
Damn it, So!
There's nothing we can do. We did arrive without a warrant. We were technically trespassing. If he had called the police, we would be in a predicament. We would have been detained immediately. Who would look after Iris then? Do you intend to leave your responsibility with Mizuki and Ota? Calm down, Date. We still have our lead.
Lead?
Before I explain, we need to discuss the corpse in the cold storage warehouse. Let's give her a name. Because she is frozen solid, we could call her All Ice or Alice. What do you think?
Sure. Let's make
Alice and Iris. I believe it fits nicely.
All right, Alice. What about her?
Someone might be able to identify her.
Well, there's got to be a reason she looks exactly like her.
Who?
Iris?
Allow me to ask you 3 questions.
I don't know why Iris should know, but...
Again with this?
First question. You have seen this corpse more than twice. 3 times, in fact. When was the first time?
When was the first time we saw the frozen corpse? Oh no. Earlier today, Tuesday. 2 days ago, Sunday night. Yesterday, Monday night.
That was the second time. When my body was out of commission and you went to the warehouse on your own. I'm not talking about then. I'm talking about the very first time.
Well, I don't remember. It must have been 3 days ago.
3 days ago. Saturday night when I synced at Abyss.
Yes, in the Somnium world, we saw the frozen corpse of a girl. Question 2. Who is the girl?
Who was the frozen girl we saw in the sink?
Huh? Are you serious? How did you come to that conclusion?
Iris?
A virus? She was way too big to be a virus. Tay?
Now I know.
Take this serious again, Tay.
That girl was probably Alice.
Most likely, yes. So we have technically known Alice for 3 days.
Okay.
One last thing. The final question. In which Somnium did we see Alice?
Was it Sarah's?
I understand your logic. We did see Alice in So's Somnium. In that sense, your answer is not incorrect. However, I mean specifically Alice's frozen corpse. Whose brain were we synced to then? Last night, you saw Alice's dead body in last night's sink? No, you didn't. Stop guessing.
My roommate, Mizuki Okiura.
Seriously, I can't remember all of this. It's kind of like...
Exactly.
Oh, we know Mizuki well.
You mentioned something about Mizuki's Somnium being some kind of prophecy.
You see her in Mizuki's?
But prophecies are nonsense. Dreams are not made of the future. They are made from the past. Therefore...
Mizuki has seen Alice before.
there is no other explanation. In which Somnium did we see Alice? However, I mean specifically Alice's frozen corpse. Whose brain were we synced to then?
Aiba, where is Mizuki now?
Where we went with Iris yesterday, at Kume's shrine.
The shrine? Why would she be there?
Unknown. She is supposed to be looking for Iris.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Tuesday, 2:40 p.m.
Date.
What day even is this? Day 5?
Did you find Iris?
If I did, I would have told you already.
Right.
Iris used to like this shrine. She told me about all her memories here. We used to come here all the time. You know those steps in the front? We would sit there together and talk about things. Like what gluten-free means, and eyelash extensions, and aerial yoga.
It's a variety of things.
And we would talk about all our problems together. Sometimes we would talk late into the night. So I thought that maybe she'd be here. But it looks like I was wrong. I think he's searching Akihabara right now. Last time he checked in, he said he didn't have anything.
God, all these timelines have just messed me up so bad. I don't know where I'm at anymore.
I think Iris is with Renju.
With Daddy?
Yeah. Her note mentioned her most trusted person. It's probably Renju.
Yeah. I remember that mermaid girl saying something like that.
That was a long time ago.
He was looking for Iris.
Does that mean that Daddy is the one who called for Iris?
It could be. So I need to know where he is.
But I haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Mizuki, I have something very important to ask you.
Told Mizuki about the frozen corpse we called Alice.
You've seen her before, haven't you? Three days ago, I saw her in your Somnium. The body of a girl who looks like Iris, Alice. Your dreams are built from your memories. So that corpse...
What is it, Mizuki?
Mizuki, please, answer me. Iris's life is at stake.
Huh? What do you mean?
I told Mizuki everything. About how Renju ran off with the assassin, number 89. How number 89 is connected to Sosajima. Let's share that again, why not? And Sosajima is linked to Alice's murder.
I need to know everything about Alice. If I find out who she is, I might be able to solve the mystery of Renju and number 89. And that might lead me to Iris.
Mizuki looked down quietly. I could see agony in her face. The silence lingered. Finally, she steeled herself, lifted her head and spoke.
Okay. I'll tell you about Alice. It was about a month ago. I saw my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemniscate. I was peeking through a crack in the door so he didn't see me. Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away. I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse. He got out of his car and went inside. I followed right behind him, quietly. Daddy was standing next to the forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left. I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift and I looked under the hood myself. And then...
You saw Alice's dead body.
But at the time, I thought it was Iris. I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything.
True.
I thought that as long as I stayed quiet, everything would be okay. I didn't see a dead body. I wasn't even at the warehouse. I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
What was I supposed to do? Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah. What was I supposed to do? Daddy would have been in trouble.
So you kept quiet this whole time?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you have to?
The corpse looked exactly like Iris. I couldn't believe she was dead. I just couldn't. So I went to Iris's house.
Huh? What's wrong, Mizuki?
Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy. Or dreaming.
It must be quite the
I tried to
shock.
convince.
Auto Carrier Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse.
I actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company
Oh,
once then.
yeah, I don't know why she looks exactly like her. There's got to be an explanation. I mean, she got a twin that's 10 years older than her.
Before I went to Matsushita Diner.
Why?
Because you asked about the cold storage. I was curious. I asked around some, and I found out that Daddy was managing the warehouse before I was born. After my grandpa died, Daddy took over. In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else.
In exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company?
I guess he didn't want to let this place go. Or maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
Alice.
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse. And he was the only one allowed in there, too. That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company. And the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
And it was pretty suspicious, but they're like, I'm sure it's fine. How long was he managing the warehouse?
Hey, Mizuki. How long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years.
That's how old Iris is.
That's what the man told me.
18 years? From that long ago?
How long Was he managing the warehouse?
Yes.
That's gotta be Iris. I don't think that's some other person. Like, I think that's Iris somehow, almost cryogenically frozen or something. I don't even know how that would be possible, but.
Iba, I need an emergency search. Missing persons from 18 years ago.
Understood.
Huh?
Date, I found her. The girl who looks like Iris.
What's her name?
Monica EY, 19 years old at the time of her disappearance.
Monica EY?
A graduate of Eitoku High School.
Could that be... This is just a shot in the dark here, but maybe... That was 18 years ago, and we know that Iris is 18, and we know they look basically the same. What if that is Iris's mom, and Hitomi isn't Iris's real mom? That's Iris's mom right there. And then she was pregnant with Iris at the time.
What?
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Ui, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
Alice's Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why? Monica's body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew.
Right.
Monica's body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew. She knew that Monica was already dead. Iba, where is Hitomi right now?
At headquarters for questioning. MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
We're gonna have to do a Somnium with Hitomi. Been waiting
Got it.
for it.
Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to Abyss.
Roger that.
Okay, so maybe my shot in the dark theory was just that, a shot in the dark, which I was proved wrong immediately. But hey, I mean, it sure as hell looked like Iris, right? And we know that it was 18 years, so it would line up, right? Unless I'm missing something.
You're awfully calm.
Well, that's one of the characters that we will, one of these three.
You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber. Even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
Her name is Iwai Monica. She has been missing for 18 years. She was 19 years old at the time she went missing. Monica, Hitomi Sagan, and Renju Okiura all attended Eitoku High School. Monica's body was found completely. Her right eye was missing. Her body shows multiple stab wounds from an edged weapon to the back of the torso. The cause of death was those stab wounds. The murder weapon was most likely a kitchen knife. She was also pregnant until just before her time of death. Monica's corpse was hidden under the hood of a forklift in Okiura Fishery cold storage warehouse. This warehouse has been under Renju's management for 18 years. Mizuki witnessed Renju checking on the corpse. This of course means that Renju knew about Monica. Because Monica's corpse is completely frozen, it is difficult to determine her time of death. However, her appearance appears to be unchanged from when she went missing 18 years ago. Thus, it is extremely likely she was killed around that time.
So her baby would be...
just turning 18.
I guess I could still be right.
Because that body isn't Iris.
I'm still going with my theory.
And you know it.
You're not Iris's mom, are you?
Are you serious?
Yes. Her name is Monica Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right?
You don't want Iris to know that you're not a real mom.
Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you killed her with Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking. But we know Renju committed a crime. Illegally disposing of a body. And we can prove it.
Why would Renju be questioned about dumping a body?
The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now. And witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school.
Just looking down. You know, she knows.
It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body. And I remember you telling me
Dante's
once.
good at his job for all the shit he gets. Help with Iva, of course.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
How did you know that she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago. And you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything.
We gotta sync.
Date, she's not going to talk. Sync with her.
We can't make her talk, but apparently we can make her forcefully be synced, and we can invade her brain. So, fair enough.
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
Fuck you, Peter.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming back until I find something.
Date, you can't!
Why not?
You know why!
Because it will take over my consciousness?
Yes!
But if it's only a little...
Yeah, well, we already went through that.
No, not even a little! If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable!
But what does that mean exactly?
Mizuki trying to happen to go into your brain to revive you. Basically, we already found that out. Boss is thinking hard.
No.
There you go.
I'm not hiding anything.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Fine! I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Yeah, you're lapdog.
Me?
You know more about it than I do.
Well... Well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit. It could be 7, or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go beyond the limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
That was like a year and a half ago in real time, so probably no.
Yeah, why?
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell.
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell.
If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's consciousness, right? I know that part already.
Indeed, but there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through the machine next.
Huh?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's as well.
You're telling me I become her?
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded, switched.
Really?
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit. One brain can only hold one consciousness. And it can only contain one person's memories.
Now you know everything.
No, I don't. I'm sure I don't.
Talk to the boss.
Boss is defeated. Why did you keep it a
I was
secret?
unaware of this as well. This information is not on any accessible databases.
Well, what we do here is pretty, tight-lipped, right?
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any sinkers this, including you.
Yeah, Oda would try to become Iris.
Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security. Even sinkers are on a need-to-know basis. Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people. If you blabbed about Project Sync, the entire country might be at risk. You heard it from Pewter.
You don't have a problem keeping secrets, though, do
The
you,
sync
boss?
machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people.
If you can do it once, can you do it again? Like you just like keep swapping interchangeably, or no?
Imagine what this machine would be used for in the wrong hands. That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let this secret get out.
Swapping bodies between two people? Trading minds?
Sounds like a bunch of hoopla, but consider what we're doing right now. It's not too far-fetched. That makes more sense.
Remember what I told you earlier. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I got it.
So is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna become Hatomi?
Are you really okay?
I'm fine. Start it.
Understood. Let us begin.
Huh. You always learn something in this game.
God?
I am the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red-hot anger.
My, how ruthless.
Ow!
Are you okay?
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
The fog is making it pitch black.
The light over there. Is that a firefly? Somnium scan. Activate.
Only 3? Oh, there's 4. And 5? Okay. 4. Reveal the hidden secrets. Hatomi's secret buried deep inside.
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
Alright, we're gonna end here. Until the next one.